We've got a mostly cloudy sky across southern portions of the area, partly cloudy to mostly sunny up to the north. Overall, looking at just some beautiful weather, mostly clear conditions out ahead of us. Right now, the clouds are a little bit widespread, but that will be changing. Taking a look outside from our Prairie Band Casino. Again, north, the clouds are thinning a little bit more than what we're seeing in areas farther to the south. Starting to get a little bit of clearing as well around the Manhattan area. We've seen that trend throughout the day. Cloud cover in central Topeka. Looking northeast, you see a little more blue in the sky. Looking to the southwest, that's where we've got a little bit more cloud cover hanging around. And it is still muggy in Topeka. The dew point 74. It's 85 degrees with a heat index of 92 with a light north wind. So not terribly hot, but definitely still has that muggy feel. And we talked about this yesterday. Today, the temperatures would top out around 86. But it's going to be a different kind of mid-80s than we'll see over the next few days because some bigger changes are coming our way in the form of a nice break in the humidity. We've had a break from the heat. Now we get the break from the humidity coming our way. Rain totals so far today. Now this was after we had a lot yesterday. Added to it another 1.27 at Lawrence, nearly 2 at Kansas City. But it was south and southeast of Kansas City where some tremendous rainfall fell across that region, especially over western Missouri last night. Northerly winds 6 to as high as 12 miles per hour right now has been bringing in that drier air. We've got temperatures ranging from upper 70s at Emporia to upper 80s around Junction City where the skies are starting to clear out a little bit more. But the northwestern counties are also drying out a little bit more. So when you put that together, we've got a heat index of just 86 at Marysville. Obviously with the cooler air, it's not as hot heat index wise to the south. But even in that area where we're warm and still humid, we're only talking low 90s for heat index. Not too bad. Now the humidity is the problem still. Dew points are running in the low to mid 70s east and southeast, and then upper 60s to around 70 northwest. So still fairly muggy. However, we look ahead and that drier air, while not fully out of here, the humidity I should say not fully out of here in the morning, the drier air will be moving in, and watch what happens by tomorrow afternoon. We're starting to get on the lowest end of the scale here and in some areas below the scale for humidity, and that will set us up for a great weekend. Drier air on Saturday all through the day. And that carries over into a good portion of next week. Temperature-wise, we'll start out in the upper 60s for most areas in the morning, warm up tomorrow into the mid-80s. And then with the drier air in place, look at this, dropping down in the low 60s for Saturday morning with highs topping out in the low to mid-80s heading into the upcoming weekend. Should be a beautiful day tomorrow. Could see some patches of fog in the morning with a temperature in the upper 60s, then 86 and mostly sunny late in the day, and drier air moving in with 81 degrees. The next 7 days, again, mid-80s out ahead of us through the weekend. But notice the lows really cooling down into the low 60s Saturday morning, Sunday morning, about 60 degrees, and then climbing back in the mid to upper 80s. That is a full 7 days out ahead of us with temperatures at or below average. Falling most of those days in the mid 80s with lower humidity. Nighttime lows all through the next week will be into the 60s. And you look at that on Sunday morning, and should I say it? Yeah, I'll go ahead. Some areas will be in the upper 50s. How's that?
Oh, wow.
Finally getting some cooler air.
That's crazy. And how common is that for July?
We do get it. That's why our average is 90, because we have some days we're up closer to 100, some days we're in the 80s. So it's just when we get it, it's just like, finally.
Right. It's
the good part of summer. If you don't have plans for the weekend, make them.
You got any plans?
No, I need to make them. I was actually talking to myself.
Me too. Maybe we can hang out.